Live on YouTube, starting us up on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Date in History, AKTDH. I am A.O. Xander. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here soon, and you, of course, you are you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, February 19th, 2026. Wow, the month is just screaming by, isn't it? The show is about interesting and important events that happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with the year 197, Battle of Lugdunum, or the Battle of Leon. Lucius Septimus Severus's army defeated Clodius Albinus at Leon. And it says here, the bloodiest battle between Roman armies. Oh, alright. 356, Roman Emperor Constantinius II closed all pagan temples. The anti-paganism policy of Constantinius II forbade the worship of pagan idols in the Roman Empire. Alright. 842, medieval iconoclastic controversy ended as a council in Constantinople, formally reinstating the veneration of veneration. Pardon me, I don't know why I couldn't read that word. Veneration of icons in churches. All right. I'm just double checking to see if my audio is being picked up. Yes, it is. 1516, consecration of Henry VII's Lady Chapel, part of Westminster Abbey, called, quote, one of the most perfect buildings ever erected in England, end quote. All right, well, let's see here. Consecration Henry VII's Lady Chapel. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. It told me to image search this. That's right, this one. So this is a beautiful section of the building. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
And you are?
I am who I am. The Golden Loon.
The Golden Loon. Not just a Golden Loon, but the.
Woo!
Okay.
Where are we at?
Pardon me. Anyway, we're in 1516. Just covered the consecration of Henry VII's Lady Chapel, part of Westminster Abbey, called one of the most perfect buildings ever erected in England. And I had a image search thing there. Look at that. Like, that is magnificent.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see if I can actually get
some kind of building.
Yeah, dude, look at that. That is beautiful.
When was this built again?
This was 1516, when it was consecrated.
Hmm.
And you can see it's part of a different building of a different architectural style, so it was an add-on.
I wonder if there's any flying buttresses to that, or was that even pre that?
No, you can see right here. You see them?
Oh yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, on the other side too. Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
I want to look at the inside. Let's see if it is a big image. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah, for that space they had to have flying buttresses.
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, look at how intricate that. We cannot make something like that today.
No. No.
Anyway, 1539, Jews of Tyrnau, Hungary, or Tyrna in Chechnya, were expelled. Here we go again. 1574, Spanish troops plunder Kromerny, Wormreaver, and Gisp in the Netherlands. 1594, having already inherited the throne of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth through his mother, Catherine Jagiellonska of Poland, Sigismund III of the House of Vasa was crowned king of Sweden, succeeding his father John III of Sweden. And basically, very wordy way of saying he became the king and all that stuff. 1600, Peruvian stratovolcano High Napatina exploded in the most violent eruption in South American recorded history. Dang. 1624, English Happy Parliament, the final parliament of King James I, opened at Westminster. All right. Sounds like good times.
Yeah.
1649, the Second Battle of Guararapes took place, effectively ending Dutch colonial efforts in Brazil. All right. 1674, Dutch Republic and England signed the Treaty of Westminster, ending the Third Anglo-Dutch War. North American colony of New Netherland was returned to the British. Old style date, February 9th, new style. Okay. And so, New Netherland, part of, right here, a provision of the agreement transferred the Dutch colony New Amsterdam to England. So New Amsterdam itself, I think that was what was renamed to New York.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Yep. 1700, last day of Julian calendar in Denmark. All right. 3 centuries ago, 1726, the Supreme Privy Council was established in Russia. All right.
Don't know what that is, but okay. They established it.
Yep. Want me to look it up?
Yeah.
All right. 1771, French astronomer Charles Messier added M46 to M49 to his catalog. Galactic clusters in Puppis and Hydra and Galaxy in Virgo. That's weird.
What the heck does that mean?
Different names for different things up in the air. Oh yeah, here's an image of that building we saw. But this, these are this is Messier 49. So these are different celestial bodies.
Yeah.
Like this was specifically said here, galaxy.
Yeah.
So like galactic clusters in Puppis and Hydra and Galaxy in Virgo. Okay, so there are galactic clusters in Puppis and Hydra, wherever Puppis and Hydra is.
Well, they're galaxies.
Well, no.
They're not just clusters.
No. The first two are galactic clusters in these two, and then as well a galaxy in Virgo.
Okay.
Okay, now I understand. Moving on up, 1797, the Peace of Tolentino, Pope Pius VI ceded papal territories of Avignon, Venetian, Ferrara, Bologna, and the Romagna to France. All right. 1803, U.S. Congress accepted Ohio's bid for statehood, but neglects to ratify their constitution. The oversight was not corrected until 1953. Wow. That took a while.
And this was who again? This was...
Ohio.
1807,
U.S. Vice President Aaron Burr was arrested in Alabama for treason. He was later acquitted.
Ooh, lucky him.
Yeah. No, some people were saying that he was trying to do another American Revolution against the established American, country.
Well, that is treasonous.
Yeah. 1819, British explorer William Smith discovered the uninhabited South Shetland Islands near Antarctica, claiming them in the name of King George III. All right. In 1831, the first practical U.S. coal-burning locomotive made the first trial run in Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Image search this. This is actually an image of it. So,
Look at that.
yeah, that's the engine.
Yeah.
But, we'll get to that here in a little bit. But I'm image searching this because there's another locomotive that looked interesting. It looked rather primitive. But now that I look at it, look how boxy that is.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's...
Yeah, much later on.
Yeah, that's pretty complex.
Yeah. Oh, here's an image of this. Look at that.
Oh, there we go.
And it looks like it was one unit, maybe the coal car or the log car attached.
Maybe separate.
I'm not sure, because like this.
Go back to the original one. We get a better view of it.
Open
It's
image.
all one piece, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks
Yeah.
like it's solid.
Yeah.
So it's one long piece.
Yeah.
So, and this has wood instead of coal.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, 1836, King William IV signed letters patent establishing the province of South Australia. 1846, Texas state government formally installed in Austin. In Austin, Texas, newly formed Texas state government was officially installed. The Republic of Texas government officially transferred power to the state of Texas government following the annexation of Texas by the United States.
So it sounds like Texas has always been the center of the government.
Austin.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there's Austin, there's Houston.
No, Austin is this government. What do you call it?
Yeah, it's the capital of Texas.
Yeah.
I know. So, at least as far back as this,
it's pretty far back.
Yeah.
Well, that's the founding of it.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, because you know the amusement park Six Flags.
Yes.
Okay, you want to know why they're called Six Flags?
Not particularly.
Well,
yeah, no, I don't.
They started in Texas, and they're called Six Flags over Texas because Texas has had 6 different flags over their land.
Oh.
They were a Spanish thing. Actually, here, let's see. Six Flags. Six nations ruling. 6 flags that flew over Texas. So, let's see here. 6 different governments have controlled Texas, and 6 national flags have flown over Texas since the first European exploration of the region by Cortez in 1519. The 6 flags are the Spanish, French, Mexican Republic of Texas, Texas Confederacy, and finally the United States.
Now that's cool. Let me see him again. Roll down. Let's see him.
Yeah. So, and...
Yeah, the single star, I think, is what they have now, right? That one right there.
Yeah, that's the flag of Texas.
Yeah.
This was Confederacy. And then now it's U.S.
There's a Spaniard one or whatever it was.
Spanish was this, yeah, and that's obviously French, and then Mexico. And then, Lone Star State.
Yeah.
Confederacy, and then United States.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was the inspiration for that amusement park. If you didn't,
that is
remember.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1847, the first group of researchers reached the Donner Party, or rescuers, not researchers, rescuers. I gotta learn how to read here, but yeah, you remember the Donner Party?
Sure.
1856, tin-type camera patented by Hamilton Smith, Gambier, Ohio, and that's what this is right here. Tin-type camera. 1859, Daniel E. Sickles, a New York congressman, was acquitted of murder on grounds of temporary insanity. I hate when they do that. I mean, he still killed the person, Like, I don't know. 1864, Knights of Pythias formed the first lodge in Washington, D.C., with 12 members. Whoever the Knights of Pythias are. Sounds like one of these clubs,
Yeah. Exactly what it is.
1869, U.S. Assay Office in Boise, Ohio, Idaho, was authorized. 1878, Thomas...
What was authorized? I didn't get
a U.S. Assay Office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 1878, Thomas Edison was granted a patent for his cylinder phonograph. Yep. I wonder who he took that from. 1881, Kansas became the first state to prohibit all alcoholic beverages.
Ooh.
1884, Enigma outbreak of over 60 tornadoes in Mississippi, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana killed hundreds, if not over 1,000, hence the Enigma people.
It doesn't tell over a period of time, or did I miss it?
Just today, I guess.
Not all in one day.
Yeah. No, it's an Enigma thing. More than 60 tornadoes struck in the U.S., one of the largest tornado outbreaks in U.S. history.
Wow.
So just tornadoes everywhere. God was having fun with his SimCity that day, it seems. 1897, inaugural meeting of the Women's Institute at Stony Creek, Ontario, was set at the suggestion of Adelaide Hoodless. The organization will rapidly spread around the world. All right.
I guess if it's a good organization.
Yeah, well...
I don't know anything about it.
The Women's Institute, so it sounds like, women's rights and all that stuff. So, I hope them the best. 906, Will Keith Kellogg joined Charles D. Boleyn in founding the Battle Creek Toasted Cornflake Company, now the multinational food manufacturer Kellogg's, after falling out with his brother over development credit and wanting to add sugar to the cereal.
Yeah.
It's telling me to image search this, so I'm gonna
they did a whole movie on that on one of the series where they do tycoons and stuff or whatever they're called.
Yeah, the food that built America or whatever.
Yeah,
like
food that built America.
We
exactly
saw
right.
that when we were out on that vacation several years ago. We were Tucson, right? Is where we went.
I don't know which one you're talking about. We did go to Tucson, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was in that hotel room. We saw that series. I think it was that hotel room. It was either that or the California. Anyway, it says here February 19th. John Harvey Kellogg and Will Keith Kellogg, also known as W.K. Kellogg, founded the Battle Creek Toasted Cornflake Company in Battle Creek, Michigan. By 1914, the production of the Kellogg's cornflakes expanded worldwide, and in 1922, the Battle Creek Toasted Cornflake Company changed their name to the Kellogg Company. All right. Moving on to 1910, Typhoid Mary, Mary Malone, was freed from her first periods of forced isolation and went on to cause several further outbreaks of typhoid in the New York area.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was asymptomatic, but she carried it.
Yeah.
1913, first prize was inserted into a Cracker Jack box. All right.
There you go.
Yep. 1913 as well, Mexican General Victoriano Huerta seized power after a 10-day coup d'etat in Mexico City with U.S. support, deposing the elected president, Francisco I. Madero. That doesn't sound good. Well, that sounds like an invalid coup d'etat there. He was elected.
I know.
And why did we help overthrow an elected... That's terrible. 1913, Pedro Lascurian became president of Mexico for 45 minutes. This is the shortest term to date of any person as president of any country. So, and actually, I have. Oh yeah, here's a picture of that Women's Society. It's kind of small.
Wow.
Yeah. And here's Typhoid Mary. I think she's this one who looks rather unhappy. I'd look unhappy too, being her. And here's
like she's on a ship or something.
No, she's just in like one of those one of those hospital place things. Yeah. And here's the guy we just spoke about, serving for President of Mexico for 45 minutes. So, yep. 1914, a 4-year-old Charlotte May Pierstoff was mailed by train from Grangeville, Idaho, to her grandparents' house 73 miles away, in the most famous child in the post instance. So yeah, here's an image of this is not the same person here. Yeah. So they actually did, and there are laws prohibiting this, hence why it's not happening anymore. But people honestly did mail their children because it was a lot cheaper to send them by postage than go on a whole thing, spend the gas, get food, send them by postage. And they did it. Like, wild. This is telling me to image search it, so I'm going to go ahead and do so here. Hold on a second. Let's see, images. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is the girl who is, and this is not. I wonder if they took this after, or if this is a photo of her at the age, because she's a full-fledged girl, not even a little baby. So I don't know.
Be a little
oh, she was 4 years old. She doesn't look like 4 years old. I don't know.
She was 4 years old when they sent her?
Yeah. Wow. She was 4 years old when she was sent through the mail. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. 1915, British fleet opened fire on Dardanelles coast. During World War I, the first naval attack on the Dardanelles began when a strong Anglo-French task force bombarded Ottoman artillery along the coast of Gallipoli. Do you remember Gallipoli?
I should. Why don't I?
It was a major defeat for the Allies in the First World War. We were trying to invade the peninsula in Turkey or something, and we didn't break through. 1919, Pan-African Congress, organized by American civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois, was held at the Grand Hotel in Paris, France. All right, I swear, every time I see him, he looks like a Nicolas Cage. A little bit. So,
without hair.
Yeah. 1920, Netherlands joined the League of Nations, and then in 1922, Ed Wynn became the first talent to sign as a radio entertainer. All right.
Who did?
Ed Wynn.
Oh, yes.
Wait, is this the same guy for like Wynn Hotels and everything?
No.
Okay.
Ed Wynn was an actor.
1928, Canada retained the Olympic ice hockey title when they rout Switzerland 13-0 in the final round in St. Moritz. Canadian left wing Dave Tartier's top scored with 15 points. Now wait a minute.
Well, points aren't goals.
Oh, okay.
You get a point for an assist, 2 points.
I was just going to say, wait a minute, hold on.
You get different points for different things.
Okay. 1928, the second Winter Olympic Games closed at St. Moritz, Switzerland. And we also have the world champion French team. André Joly and Pierre Brunet won the Olympic pairs figure skating gold medal at the St. Moritz Winter Games. The couple married in 1929 and take a second straight gold in 1932. Congratulations. That's awesome. What a marriage, man. 1929, medical...
Sometimes it gets on thin ice.
Haha. You skated on that joke, didn't you? 1929, a medical diathermy machine was first used in Schenectady, New York. Schenectady, that's a weird word. I can't. Passamaquoddy. But no, this is like it's like a heart monitor thing. Like one of these. Like this is this looks familiar. I've seen things like this plenty of times. Unfortunately, between Mom Kim and you, seeing these machines and everything. So, that's very interesting. 1933, Hermann Goring banned all Catholic newspapers in Cologne, claiming that Catholics illegally engaged in politics. And he banned all Catholic newspapers. Primary source edited. 1934, U.S. contract airmail service was canceled, replaced by U.S. Army for about 6 months, or for 6 months it says here. 1937. I'm trying to keep this and this connected here. Yukatet 12, during a public ceremony at the Viceroyal Palace, the former imperial residence in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, 2 Ethiopian nationalists of Eritrean origin attempted to kill Viceroy Rodolfo Graziani with a number of grenades.
Good grief.
Just
A
pulled
number
out.
of grenades. Yeah. Keep going, one will stick.
Oh my god. 1938, Soviet Arctic Ice Research Station North Pole 1 was evacuated in Denmark. Here's a photo of that.
I wonder why.
Well, probably because it's just straight up tents and
It's too cold.
they're
Too
in the
cold
Arctic.
up here.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing up here? It's too cold.
Let's go to Siberia for the winter.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? 1941. Nazi police attacked and driven away so they were attacked and driven away from Koko, Amsterdam, by young Jews. So the Jews are fighting back.
Good.
Awesome. 1942.
Didn't work, but good.
Well, yeah, at least they made their stand.
Yeah.
They made themselves known. 1942, an estimated 150 Japanese warplanes attacked the Australian city of Darwin. Other source says nearly 250 Japanese warplanes attacked the northern Australian city of Darwin, killing 243 people. Yeah.
Ooh.
1942, Dutch actors protested obligatory membership of culture chamber. Yeah, of all the things to mandate, during a world war that's right on your doorstep in Netherlands. So. 1942, FDR ordered the detention and internment of all Japanese Americans on the West Coast. U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, allowing the United States military to relocate Japanese Americans to internment camps. Wow.
I was
Awful.
up with a friend of mine who had a friend up in a little bit north of here, and they have still own a bunch of land up there right next to the ocean. And there's an internment camp on their land.
Oh, wow.
Just the fact of walking across that land just kind of blew my mind.
Oof.
I mean, nothing was there.
Yeah, but something was at one point.
Yeah, you know the history.
Yeah. Right. 1942, New York Yankees announced 5,000 uniformed soldiers admitted free at each of their upcoming home games.
Huh?
Uniformed. Uniformed. So New York Yankees announced 5,000 uniformed soldiers. Okay, so if you're a uniformed soldier, you're free charge.
Yes.
You don't pay admittance. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Wear a uniform and you get in.
1943, German tanks under Major General Karl Beulowitz attacked Kasserine Pass in Tunisia. The Battle of Kasserine Pass in Tunisia began. So that's a rather significant battle in the Africa campaign.
Was it?
Yep, Tunisia. 1944, 823 British bombers attacked Berlin. That's quite a bit right there. 1945, 980 Japanese soldiers reportedly were killed by crocodiles in 2 days in Ramir Island, Burma. Yeah, there's a whole story where it's part of their whole takeover everything, and the gators got them. So it was a grisly thing. 1945, the U.S. Fifth Fleet launched invasion of Iwo Jima against the Japanese with 30,000 Marines. Hoorah! 1945, Brotherhood Day was first celebrated. This was removed from primary source, and I'm just like, what the heck is Brotherhood Day? But maybe
what is it?
Maybe it's not even like Brotherhood Day today. Maybe that's why it was removed from primary source. Well, let's see here. Brotherhood Day. Whatever became of National Brotherhood Week. Okay, there was a week now. First Brotherhood Day, endorsed by FDR. Okay. Brotherhood Day eventually evolved into Brotherhood Week, which was celebrated from the 40s through the 1980s. Beginning in the 1960s, some comedians began mocking Brotherhood Week because it suggested that you could be a bigot the other 51 weeks of the year. What the hell? Why is everything about race with these people? Why can't they just let people be happy with things? Jesus.
I've never heard of it. And it was viable through the 60s anyway.
Yeah.
In the 80s, up to the 80s. I never heard of it.
Wow. 1946.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah. 1946, New York Giant outfielder. That's probably why it was removed from the original source. They're trying to bury it. So, 1946, New York Giants outfielder Danny Gardella was the first major leaguer to announce he is jumping to the outlaw Mexican Ball League, baseball league, for a fee of $10,000.
Doesn't sound like a good move.
No. 1948, the Conference of Youth and outlaw was in quotations.
Yes, I know, but it's going down to Mexico somewhere to play baseball.
Well,
Yeah,
well, you're gonna sell yourself out for 10,000. All right, bye.
Quick money, not a good move.
Yep. 1948, the Conference of Youth and Students of Southeast Asia Fighting for Freedom and Independence convened in Calcutta. They need to work on the title of their establishment, because that is very wordy. That was the name, the Conference of Youth and Students of Southeast Asia Fighting for Freedom and Independence. Like,
That's a mouthful.
wow.
I'm just going to a conference. Don't bother asking me what it is. CYSSA SISA FFI SISAFI. I'm a member of SISAFI. Okay. 1949, first Bullington Prize for Poetry awarded to Ezra Pound in poetry by the Bullington Foundation and Yale University. All right. 49, mass arrest of communists in India. All right. 1952, U.S. defending champion Dick Button, this guy again, became the first figure skater to land a triple jump in competition, performing triple loop in Olympic free skate in Oslo. Won gold medal ahead of Austria's Helmut Scheibt. Okay. 1953, Georgia approved a U.S. first literature censorship board. Book censorship in the United States. I don't agree with this. No.
1954, transfer of Crimea. The Soviet Politburo of the Soviet Union ordered the transfer of the Crimean Oblast from the Russian SFSR to the Ukrainian SSR.
Yeah, that was, what's his name? In fact, apparently...
Gorbachev?
No, before Gorbachev. Who was the guy that threw the shoe and all that? Who was Nixon's counterpart over there? Oh, what's his name? Khrushchev.
Khrushchev. Okay. Nikita Khrushchev.
Yeah, apparently he was in a drunken stupor and said, give him Crimea. That's the story anyways. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, and then, now Russia is
the
trying
drunken stupor part probably was. Apparently he's a hell of a drinker.
Yeah. Well, now they're trying to get it back, and they're also trying to invalidate...
No, they've already taken it back.
Yeah, well, but they're also trying to, they're failing awfully in Ukraine. I'm not sure if you know about what's going on. We're not going to get into it. No. But they're also trying to invalidate the whole Alaska Purchase and everything.
Oh, I know.
And you know what I have to say to Putin? Crimea River.
Oh, boo.
That was a hell of a build-up right there. 1955, Southeast Asia Collective Defense Treaty went into effect. Okay. 1956, doo-wop vocal group The Five Satans recorded leader and songwriter Fred Parris's tune In the Still of the Night in the basement of St. Bernadette's Church in New Haven, Connecticut. The Five Satans.
Never heard of them, but I think I've heard of The Still of the Night.
Yeah. Is it supposed to be the Satins or Satans? Satins, Satin, Satan?
It's got to be Satins.
I mean, like...
It's not going to be Satans,
Yeah, that'd be weird.
It's got to be Satins.
1959, Britain, Turkey, and Greece signed an agreement granting Cyprus their independence, which was formally proclaimed on August 16th, 1960, the next year. So, it took a while, but still nice. 1959, Gabon adopted its constitution. I never heard of Gabon, but cool. And we also have the U.S. Air Force rocket-powered rail sled attained Mach 4.1, 4,970 kilometers per hour at Holloman AFB Air Force Base in New Mexico. And that's a rocket-powered sled. So it's on the ground. It's not an aircraft.
Right.
Why are we rocket-powering sleds at Mach 4.1?
Here, give this a go.
Well, see, this makes me wonder, there's reasons why they do things. They don't just throw money. I mean, yes, the government has done absurd things with money, like trying to figure out whether or not you can actually snap the Infinity Gauntlet because it's made of metal. Will it actually snap? So there are some examples of ridiculousness, but there's this whole conspiracy theory about, these massive, tunnel networks, all that stuff. And if you're going to travel, from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles, Mach 4.1 on a rocket sled underground makes sense, and that would explain a lot of the
that makes no
skyquakes.
Sense. Underground from here to Los Angeles to Washington? No.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird conspiracy theories out there. I'm not saying I necessarily believe them or don't believe them. It's just something interesting to think about. 1960, Bill Keene's Family Circus cartoon strip debuted. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
Not a cartoon guy. Never was.
No, it's a comic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, comic. I'm not a comic guy.
Like a comic book, like the funniest pages on the newspaper.
Yeah, no, I never.
Oh.
Never interested me at all.
Oh.
I mean, I know of some of them.
Yeah, it was this.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
blonde-headed guy, yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
okay.
me.
I never read it. I recognize it. I don't read comics.
Ah. Well, yeah, that's the comic it debuted. 19. Actually, what was this? This was. Oh yeah. So this was the Japanese internment thing and everything. So. 1960, China successfully launched the T-7, its first sounding rocket. What the hell is a sounding rocket? That's weird. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Come on. Get in your corner. There we go. Sounding rocket. A sounding rocket or rocket sonde, because sometimes called a research rocket or suborbital rocket, is an instrument-carrying rocket designed to take measurements to perform scientific experiments during its suborbital flight. Okay. So it's not like I launched into space. I mean, it's just edge of space or something like that. All right. I'm going to add this in the underbar section, just if anybody wants to. Sounding rockets.
Got any comments today?
Let's see here. Got nothing on YouTube, and is there anything on Rumble? It doesn't look like it. So, anyway, what else do we got here? 1961, Albania disavowed Chinese revisionism. Okay. Well, what the hell does Albania have to do with China? Like, they're not connected anywhere, are they?
I don't know. Sounds like they're trying to... revisionism means they're trying to change their political... whatever it is. Constitution, whatever it is.
No, that's China, but Albania, they're disavowing it.
Yeah.
So, weird. 1963, The Feminine Mystique by Betty Friedan was widely credited as the start of second wave feminism, and it was, this is when it was published.
Yeah, I remember that. I never read it, but I remember that.
Yep.
Remember the book.
As a women's organizations and consensusness or consciousness raising groups spread. Okay. 1963, Robert Frost won Bullington Prize in Poetry. Robert Frost name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, do you know why?
I can't tell you what he's written.
Robert Frost. Oh, here he is. Okay, I can. He was a poet and everything. Awarded.
I know that, like you say, I know the name, but
yeah.
Can't tell you what his work is.
Well, Robert Frost was there at the JFK inauguration. Huh. Trying to figure out why I remember his name. 1963, USSR informed JFK it is withdrawing several thousand troops from Cuba. All right. 1964, the UK flew 1/2 of a ton of Beatles wings to the US. It's a weird thing.
What?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all it says?
Wait, not wings, wigs. Oh. Okay.
Wings? Who plucked all those wings?
No, they're wigs. So if somebody wants to have a Beatles haircut, okay. Yeah. I gotta learn how to read. 1965, NFL added their 6th official, the line judge.
Yeah.
What's the line judge?
Well, he's looking for offsides and movements and things like anything illegal from the line. You know, an offensive, defensive line.
But NFL, that's football, not baseball.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! No.
That was
you
good.
Can't have no. What? How's this possible?
That was good.
How's this possible?
That was good. Everybody's watching this wondering what the hell's going on.
I have no idea.
Just to give you a little bit of insight, I used to call the cycle the line, like in baseball.
Yeah.
And
what was the line again? No, it's called the cycle. Hitting for the cycle.
So I just took a great opportunity and completely destroyed the loon. Anyway, 1965. Colonel Pham Ngoc Thao of the Army of the Republic of Vietnam and the Communist spy of the North Vietnamese Viet Minh, along with Generals Lam Van Phat and Tran Thien Kiem, all Catholics, attempted a coup against the military junta of the Buddhist Nguyen Kara. All right. 1968, children's educational TV show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood debuted on NET, now PBS. All right.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he started earlier than that. Huh.
Nope. 1968 as well, first statewide teacher strike in the U.S. began in Florida. Note, a 2-day walkout in Utah in 1963 is considered the first by some.
Oh.
So, either, that or...
Just by date, I'd have to agree with him.
Yeah. 1968, Paul McCartney's girlfriend Jean Asher and Ringo Starr and his wife Maureen traveled to India, joining John Lennon. Oh, this is when they joined them. Okay, yeah. Remember we were saying 2 days later these guys joined them, so this is when they joined them.
Yeah,
okay. Joining John Lennon, George Harrison, and their wives to study transcendental meditation for 2 months with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi at his ashram in Rishikesh. Ringo only stayed for 2 weeks. 1970, American League Cy Young Award winner Denny McLain was suspended for bookmaking. That's gambling, right?
Good,
so,
yeah.
1970, USSR launched Sputnik 52 and Millennia 1 through 13 communication satellites. Maybe start thinking of new names.
Yeah, maybe. You think?
Sputnik 324. 1971, British TV chat show Parkinson debuted on BBC One, presented by Michael Parkinson. Okay. I was wondering if it has anything to do with Parkinson's disease or...
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's the guy?
Yeah, right here. Looks like TV show Michael Parkinson. Okay. 1972, U.S. singer Harry Nilsson's single Without You began in a 4-week run at the top of the charts. The song was originally written and performed by the English band Badfinger in 1970 and would reach the top 10 again with Mariah Carey's 1994 cover. All right. 1972, New Zealand cricketer Glenn Turner carried his bat for 223 asterisks versus West Indies, WI, at Kingston. Okay. Sounds interesting. 73, Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree, single released by Dawn, featuring Tony Orlando.
Don McLean, wasn't it?
Just Dawn says here. Yeah, just says Dawn.
Why wouldn't they give the whole name?
I don't know.
Well, maybe that's just the only name. Maybe it wasn't Don McLean.
I don't know. Billboard Song of the Year, 1973. Maybe it was Don McLean. Like, that requires some sleuthing. So, if anybody would like, comment down in the comment section. Is it Don McLean?
I'd like to know.
1976, Frente Polisario formed Democratic Republic of Sahara. All right. 76 as well, Executive Order 9066, which led to the relocation of Japanese Americans to internment camps, was rescinded by President Gerald Ford's proclamation 4417. So,
About time.
Yeah, it took a while. On the same calendar date,
crap.
too.
Yeah, it's just
that was horrible. I mean, if we're going to be doing that, we should at least do that to the the German ones too.
Of course.
Just at least be fair. So 1977, Manfred Mann's Earth Band's cover of Bruce Springsteen's song "Blinded by the Light" went on to number 1. Yeah.
Man, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah. 1978, Egyptian forces raid Larnaca International Airport in an attempt to intervene in a hijacking without authorization from the Republic of Cyprus authorities. The Cypriot National Guard and police force killed 15 Egyptian commandos and destroyed the Egyptian C-130 transport plane in open combat. Wow. That ended horribly.
Yeah.
1980, Washington beat Montreal 3-1 to end the Canadiens' 34-game unbeaten streak against the Capitals. Caps 0-32-2 against Montreal since entering NHL in 1974. All right. 1981, George Harrison was ordered to pay ABKCO Music $587,000 for subconscious plagiarism of his song My Sweet Lord from Rodney Mack's song He's So Fine. Subconscious plagiarism. What kind of hokey crap is that? Oh.
In other words, he wrote the song not realizing that he had heard it. It was still in his head. He didn't realize where he'd heard it from.
True. Yeah. Oh.
So it had to be the melodies or something, because the words aren't the same.
Well, there is an instance of I forgot some techno musician or whatever accidentally discovered an old thing. Hold on a second. Was it accidentally discovers? What was it? Sandstorm. Yeah, this was it. Dead Mouse. Oh, it was Dead Mouse. So I want to play this really quick, and you won't recognize it, but people out there. See, like that's the tune right there. So like he accidentally rediscovered it. So would that be a case of subconscious plagiarism?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it depends if you'd ever heard it, I guess.
Yeah, well, everybody in that industry would have. Sandstorm was one of the big.
Okay.
It was one of the original. The one before that was Popcorn, I believe. Anyway, 1982, Henneke Jangsma was installed as the first communist mayor in the Netherlands. Not good. 84, first brother combo to win gold and silver in the same event in Olympics. Phil and Steve McRory in the slalom. All right. Slalom. Okay. I don't know why I keep wanting to say it's slalom.
You think you're French.
Oh, God. 1984, the 14th Winter Olympic Games closed at Sarajevo, Yugoslavia. 1985, 150 people were killed when a Spanish jetliner crashed approaching Bilbao, Spain. Iberia Airline Boeing 727 crashed into Mount Oise in Spain, killing 148. A Boeing 727 operating as Iberia Flight 610 crashed on Mount Oise in Spain, killing 148 people. This was the deadliest accident to occur in Iberia's history, and the deadliest to occur in Basque County. Dang. Yeah, as you can see, these are just from two sources and several years of storing. Now I have all this information.
Yeah.
So,
which is cool.
Yeah. 1985, canned and bottled cherry Coke was introduced by Coca-Cola. Okay. 85, Mickey Mouse was welcomed in China. 85 as well, William Schrödinger was the first artificial heart patient to leave the hospital, spending 15 minutes outside Humana Hospital in Louisville, Kentucky.
Did he die after that? Fresh air killed him.
Dang.
But what a way to put it.
Yeah.
Did he survive?
I guess he went back in or something.
Well, he had 15 minutes outside. Woohoo!
It makes me wonder, do you go out for a smoke? Let's put this thing to work.
We're gonna break this baby in.
Purrs like a kitten. 85, China Airlines Flight 006 experienced an aircraft upset over the Pacific Ocean, injuring 24. Aircraft upset? Is it
weird way to say that.
Like turbulence or something? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is it just flying? Is it oh, we had an upset?
Cracked a bunch of heads like walnuts.
Poor lady's up on the ceiling. Scrape her off. 1986, U.S. Senate ratified the United Nations Anti-Genocide Convention 37 years after it was made. What the hell? Why did it take us so long? 37 years later. Weird. We also have Akarapiatu massacre. The Sri Lankan army massacred 80 Tamil farm workers in eastern Sri Lanka. 87, less than a month after re-signing, Oakland A's pitcher Vida Blue retired.
Vida Blue.
1987, U.S. President Reagan lifted the trade boycott against Poland. Why do we have were they communists, right? Or
they were at one time.
Okay. Probably this is
Beck Lewins or whatever his name was. Probably that is Reagan's time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was instrumental in getting them out of that situation.
Oh yeah, Lenz Valencia or whatever his name is.
Whatever his name was. Yeah.
1990, police killed 8 demonstrators for multi-party system in Nepal. That's not good. 92, U.S. porn producer Jim Mitchell was found guilty of killing his brother Artie. Wow. What the hell? Sometimes you get a weird article, So, 92, Professional Spring Football League announced the end of operations 10 days before the scheduled season opener. 10 teams had players in camp and practicing, and rosters were cut down to 60 players. Yikes. So, 1997, FCC made available 300 for non-emergency calls and 711 for hearing, speech, and paired emergency calls. And pardon me, but I need to blow my nose, so one moment. I need to move that. Sorry about that. Technical...
Not as sorry as I am.
some technical difficulties with the nasal cavity beyond one's control. But yeah, so the Federal Communication Commission, FCC, made available 311. These are phone numbers for non-emergency calls, and 711 for hearing or speech impaired emergency calls. So you dial 711. How can I help you?
Oh, God.
98, after being eliminated by the Czech Republic, the U.S. ice hockey team trashed 3 dorm rooms at the Olympic Village in Nagano, Japan. That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
How garbage. So, 2001, an Oklahoma City bombing museum was dedicated at the Oklahoma City National Memorial. You know, I'd like to visit that for how awful that event was. You know, I do love checking out historical things. 2002, NASA's Mars Odyssey space probe began to map the surface of Mars using its thermal emission imaging system. All right. 2003, an Ilyushin Il-76 military aircraft crashed near Kaman, Iran, killing 275 people. 2004, Nazi hunter Simon Wiesenthal of Austria was awarded an honorary British knighthood in recognition of a lifetime of service to humanity. All right. 2007, blogging website Tumblr was founded by David Karp in New York. Tumblr, I haven't heard that name in a long time. 2008, Toshiba announced its formal recall of its HD DVD video format, ending the format war with Sony's Blu-ray disc. And now everything's just, on the cloud and downloadable, and there's, nobody uses anything like this anymore. 2011, the debut exhibition of the Buliting shipwreck, containing the largest collection of Tang Dynasty artifacts found in one location, began in Singapore.
Wow.
Let's image search this actually really quick here to see if we can find anything.
Yeah.
We have bowls and all sorts of things. Look at all that. They have all this stuff up on these things to all be seen. That would be awesome to go look at. Where are all these, these are all smaller bowls in this bowl. You see all that?
Yeah, no, I do see all that, yeah.
Whoops.
Wow, what a find.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look, they're all
Yeah. All that you're looking at that's all neatly laid out, that's all been cleaned up and,
yeah.
painstakingly put back.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
The snake head thing or whatever. That's it's a teacup. That's a handle.
Yeah.
That is intricate. I'd hate to drink out of it though. I have drank out of a metal chalice, and the metal taste is joins the liquid. It's not good. Anyway, 2012, 44 people were killed in a prison brawl in Apocana, Nuevo Leon, Mexico, between two rival drug cartels. Yeah. Wow. 2014, death toll in Ukraine reached 26 after government cracked down on protesters. So that was during that whole coup d'etat thing. I think that's when they installed the guy, right? The former comedian or whatever. That's
you may be
Ukraine.
right. You might be right. Yeah.
Because like we backed a coup that got rid of a pro-Russian leader.
Pro-Russian guy.
So.
Yeah.
2018, at least 17 people were killed when a garbage mound collapsed in Maputo, Mozambique. What a terrible way to go. That's
Sounds
awful.
Like crap.
Yeah. 2018, Nigeria said 110 girls were missing, presumed kidnapped by Boko Haram after an attack on school in Dapachi, Yobe states.
I remember that.
Yeah. We also have the Syrian government forces bombarded Ghouta in deadliest day in 3 years, killing over 100 civilians. Jeez. 2019, New York City banned hair discrimination to limit racial stereotyping. Okay, yeah, good luck enforcing that.
What does that mean?
Stupid New York, liberal idiots. 2019, Vatican confirms secret church guidelines for children of priests. So, yeah, they do have fail-safes. 2020, a German gunman opened fire in a bar in Hanau, Germany, killing 9 in a racially motivated attack. Now, this is weird. It's, our primary source, which has been proven without a shadow of a doubt to be a leftist source, is saying racially motivated attack. This one, the other source says 9 people were killed in 2 domestic terrorist shootings in Hanau, Hesse, Germany. So it's the same place. And this says 1 guy. This says 2 terrorist shootings. So maybe And so maybe one was racially motivated, and that's the only one that they're pushing for a narrative. I don't know, but it doesn't even say like what race the victims were.
No.
So I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe it was gays. Who knows?
Well, gays aren't a race.
Yeah, no, but they're trying.
2021 is a softening of a 4-year WADA ban on Russia from all international sports. Russia to compete under acronym ROC after name of the Russian Olympic Committee. Okay, so Olympic stuff. 2021 as well, Maya Keen, a 19-year-old protester, became the first known casualty of anti-coup protests that formed in response to the 2021 Myanmar coup d'etat. 2023, Turkey ended rescue efforts in all but Kahramanmaraş and Hatay 2 weeks after the devastating earthquakes that struck in the southeast and in the northern Syria, killing between 59,488 and 62,013 people, and leaving an estimated 1.5 million people homeless. Holy crap.
Jeez.
2023 as well, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken visiting the earthquake-affected regions of southern Turkey pledged $100 million in aid. I wonder if he followed through with that. We also have the 76th BAFTA Award, Best Film, All Quiet on the Western Front, Best Director Edward Berger, Acting Awards Kate Blanchett, Austin Butler, removed from primary source. I've got to watch that movie, All Quiet on the Western Front. Both of them, the old one, the new one. Actually, I think the new one isn't even a movie. I think it's a miniseries or something like that.
I have no idea.
So, but I've seen like a tank scene, and it's very interesting. I'd actually like to show it to you after the show if that's all right with you. But we're approaching our hour, but we're almost done here. 2024, the brightest known object in the universe was identified as a quasar, 500 trillion times brighter than the sun, powered by a supermassive black hole that devours a sun-sized mass every day. Wow. Space is terrifying. 2024 as well, investigation into 2021 assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moïse charged his wife, the former Prime Minister and ex-Chief of Police. Yeah. And last but not least, last year, we have the fastest Atlantic crossing record holding U.S. ocean liner. The SS United States departed Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under tow on her final voyage before being scuttled to become the world's largest artificial reef. That's unfortunate.
Geez.
Yeah. The USS...
Yeah, but it'll be good for fish and all kinds of stuff eventually.
Why can't we just break it down, for metal parts? Because all of that metal cannot be good for the environment. So.
Well, I believe they do it for the environment.
Well, yes, to make artificial reefs, but as things break down, as those metals oxidize and rust and everything, it turns into pollutants and toxins.
Well, I don't know how. You look at sunken ships and they don't seem to be a problem. Like the Titanic, they never talked about it breaking down.
True. You make a point. You want to talk about that on IOYO?
Sure.
Here, you add that while I do our outro here really quick.
I don't even know what to put down.
The sunken ships breaking down. Anyway, that shall conclude the show for today. Please check the underbar in the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things on the Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made every day. We can only bring you a portion on the show, from 2 different sources. You saw all the ones that we didn't cover. Look at all this. That's from just 2 sources combined. It is up to you to find the artifacts of our history, but only if each individual reaches out with and for open mindfulness, with a yearn to learn, to see outside what you think you know, to grow and find enlightenment. We have to find common ground with those to see their opinions differently from your own, and find a better way to be better to one another. For your dose of past events daily, we stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
The Golden Loom with a not so matching robe.
Yeah, we're still in robes. And you, of course, you are you. Whether or not you're in a robe, go get a robe. Join the robe club. Be warm. Unless it's hot over there. Unless it's hot over there. In that case, you can be robeless. Just don't be on camera. If you're disrobing. Anyway, yeah, until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe.